Three, two, one, blessed of. Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Greetings. Greetings. I'm live. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. In the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful. I hope you guys are having a fabulous, fabulous Friday. Juma Mubarak, everybody. Today's Friday. Unfortunately, I will not be in Juma today. I have to get my kids from school, so I leave the office to pick my kids up from school every day. So I am not able to attend Juma every Friday, but inshallah, one day, hopefully I will be. So greetings, everybody. I hope you guys are having a good Friday. Looking forward to a beautiful weekend. Spring is here. We're all excited. Wa alaikum assalam, beautiful women. I get this question a lot I get DMs about it, I get comments about it, I get questions in my live about it. And as I was getting crowned yesterday, I thought this would be a really good topic to cover. So I think I told you guys that I got a root canal a couple of days ago. What's today? Friday. So I got my root canal done on Wednesday. And as they literally shaved my tooth down because I had cracks in my teeth. So they shaved my tooth, my molar down, which was not, it didn't hurt because I had, they numbed it. But then they put a temporary crown on it, and then they're going to put a permanent crown on it in a couple of weeks. So they call the fake tooth that they put on top of your molar, they call it a crown. And as they were talking about the crown and measuring me for the crown, they had to measure my tooth for the crown. This topic came into my head, and I thought I should do a live about this topic because I get this question a lot from Muslim women who are either considering wearing the hijab, who are struggling with wearing the hijab, who are, they want to wear it in the future and they just haven't found the courage within themselves to wear it, or they feel conflicted about it. Some are wearing it and feel conflicted about it. And hijab is definitely a journey, and I see it as a crown. So I titled this live, I got crowned yesterday. Well, 2 days ago, I got crowned. And so this topic is going to be about my hijab journey and why I wear it and how I'm feeling more queen-like in it. As I've embraced this journey with it, I'm starting to really feel the queen come through as I'm wearing it. So I want to share my journey with you guys. So, and then I'll go to questions. You guys know I answer questions about love, marriage, self-worth, self-esteem, all that good stuff. But the hijab is a part of my self-love journey and my self-worth journey. So I definitely want to cover it first. So I was born and raised Muslim, as I told you guys before. I'm African American. My family converted. I'm second generation. Alhamdulillah, my kids are third generation Muslim American, and my father was an imam back in the day. I was born in the 70s. I'll be 50, y'all. Inshallah, I'll be 50 in a couple of months. Interesting. Gasp, I'll be 50. But I was born a long time ago, and my dad converted in the 60s, I want to say. And so all of his kids, we were all born and raised Muslim, and my dad was very religious, and he was like, yes, you will follow the religion. You will pray 5 times a day. You will fast in the month of Ramadan. You will wear your hijab. And so when I reached around the age of puberty, I started to wear it. Like, he made me wear it. And I didn't necessarily have a choice in whether or not, if I wanted to wear it or not. And this is back in the 80s, y'all. And now I'm from Philly originally. Philly is a very black Muslim city right now, y'all. They call it Little Mecca. But when I was a kid, Philly wasn't if you go to Philly now, there's Muslims everywhere. Philly is very Muslim. But when I was a kid, Philly wasn't like that. So, my dad put me in Islamic school. I went to Claire Muhammad growing up. He wanted me to be around Muslims. He wanted me to feel comfortable. So from I think first grade to ninth grade, I was in Muslim school. So there were girls around me wearing the hijab. So it wasn't a big deal because we wore it in school. But a lot of the kids that I went to school with didn't wear it outside of school. So for me, I wore it all the time. And I didn't always feel 100% comfortable in it. When you're growing up and you're a teen and you're a kid, you just want to fit in. And in my neighborhood, I was the only girl in my neighborhood who wore hijab. But looking back on it, what I understand about the hijab, especially growing up, I grew up in the inner city, so I grew up in the ghetto. So growing up in the hood in Philly, the beauty of what I realize now as I look back on that journey of trying to fit in and not feeling comfortable and what I realize is hijab actually protected me in that environment. because there was drugs in the environment. There were, you know, crimes in that environment. There were good things too. It wasn't all bad. I have to say that. People are people all over the world, so it wasn't all bad. But there were things that I can say this wearing hijab protected me, because when the boys in my neighborhood saw me coming, they would give me a certain level of respect that they wouldn't give the other girls. And so they knew, and my dad did not play, and I had brothers, I have a lot of brothers. And so they knew when they saw me walk down the street, there was no, you know, cat calling, whistling, there was none of that. It was a higher level of respect. And it's funny, it's like when you're a kid, you don't understand these things. But now that I'm an adult, I get the power of the hijab. I understand it now. I really understand that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants Muslim women to look different. Did y'all know that? He wants us to look different. He wants us to have a physical symbol. Our bodies are covered, our hair is covered. He wants us to have a physical, visible symbol to all people, to men that come into our presence, that we are queens. That we are queens and we deserve to be respected and treated as such. Any man that's coming into my presence, just from the jump of the way I'm dressed, knows how to treat me. And that's what I get. This is the beauty of the hijab. All I get from men is respect. I don't get anything else. I get the utmost respect. I get doors opening. I get almost bowing, like, you know, heads tilted. You know, how are you? Do you need anything? I get the utmost respect wearing the hijab. And I get it now. I feel like a queen in it now. If you are struggling with wearing it and you're still in your thoughts are spinning, the thoughts of like, well, people are looking at me, or people are thinking I'm different, or people are judging me, you need to replace that thought with, I'm a queen. And this is my crown. This hijab is my crown. It is a symbol that I'm a queen to any men that come into my path. And one of the things that my husband said to me when he first met me, because I've had a journey with hijab, y'all. Like when I first got married, I was wearing it. Then I took it off as I went into corporate. And I recently, it's been over a year and a half that I've been wearing it again full time. But when I first met my husband, when I was back in my 20s, late 20s, I was wearing hijab. And one of the things he said to me that I'll never forget is he's like, you were the first woman that I was interested in, that when I went out with you, I did not look at you in a sexual way. I did not look at you in a sexual way. I wanted to get to know you. I respected you. And I'm like, that makes perfect sense. It's like we're taking our sexuality off the table when it comes to men. So you ever not wear it? Okay. I'm going to get to your question in a second. We are taking our sexuality off the table for men. Because how I feel about men right now is like, if you're not protecting me, providing for me, paying my bills, taking amazing care of me, you shouldn't have access to my body. You shouldn't have access to my body. You are not doing a thing for me. So why would I give any man on the street access to see me in a sexual way? A man who is not doing anything for me. And maybe objectifying me because doesn't really want to get to know me, doesn't think, how can I take care of this woman? Doesn't think, how can I make sure she lives an amazing life? Is thinking, how can I sleep with her? So you shouldn't have access to me. That's how I feel as a queen right now. Queens don't give access to themselves to everyone, right? And me, I remember this is my favorite abaya, y'all. I have to share my favorite. This is my favorite abaya. And I got this abaya from Shein, y'all. So you don't have to spend a whole bunch of money on modest clothing. For the women who are like, oh, modest clothing is so expensive. It's not. You can find really good, and I'm tall, so I have to wear leggings a lot of times under my abayas because my abayas are not always super long. I'm 5'9", I'm a tall woman. But you can find really nice modest clothing. You don't have to spend an arm and a leg to find modest clothing, just so you know. But anyway, what was I saying? I get off topic a lot, y'all. But this has made me understand, covering my body has made me understand that my body is sacred. My body is valuable. My body is not for the consumption of any man, the adoration of any man, the lust and desire of any man who is not providing for me, taking amazing care of me, treating me like a queen. No one has access to that. And any man that comes into my presence, I wish I could show y'all what my life is like right now. Like, they go out of their way to help me. They go out of their way to make sure I sprinkle. Now, I have some issues with Shira, y'all. So I'm not I agree with what she's saying about being with the provider male, but I also think she kind of teaches prostitution. But that's a whole nother issue. So I'm not a big Shira fan, but that's a whole nother issue. Because I believe that that a man is supposed to provide and protect, but I also believe that love is important. You can have a provider man in your life who also loves you. So you don't have to just sacrifice your emotional well-being and love so that you can have money. But that's a whole nother issue. So if you are struggling with hijab or you're considering wearing it, because I get this question a lot from Muslim women, there is a phase you're going to go through, a transition phase where you're going to go through where you won't feel comfortable in it, where you will be questioning it. Because I went through this when I put it back on, where, especially if you work, where you will be thinking, will people view me as a professional? You're going to go through that phase. So that's a part of the journey. But the other part of the journey that I'm understanding now too is like, I want to follow what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says. I want to obey God, because when I obey God, I stop obeying human beings. I stop living for human beings' rules and laws and what they think is right and wrong. And then my life has completely transformed because I really am working on submission to the Creator. I'm not working on submission to anything else. And the hijab is a part of that. It's submission, right? So part of the submission to the Creator is following His guidance, because His guidance is the best guidance, right? So obviously you don't know what the word Allah means. The word Allah just means the God. That's what it means. The God of Abraham, the God of Moses, the God of Jesus, the God of Adam. Same God, exactly. And Jesus, alayhi salam, peace be, blessings be upon him, spoke Aramaic. And if you go Google right now, the word for God in Aramaic, it's Allahi. Elohim is the plural for Allah. So it's the same God. It's the same God, okay? Arabs who speak Arabic call the God Allah, because that's an Arabic word. So we are worshiping people of the Abrahamic faith that follow the religions of Abraham, are worshiping the same God, right? Well, you can believe whatever you want to believe. And if you want to believe differently, that's fine. You don't have to be on my live. So there, you're officially blocked. There you go. So yeah, exactly. It's like people, it's funny. If you're going to go and debate somebody about their religion, you probably want to study their religion to learn some things about what they believe before you decide that you're right and they're wrong, right? Anyway. So back to the hijab journey. So yeah, so you're going to go through periods where you're not going to feel 100% comfortable in it. But let me tell you what it does for you over time is it does build your confidence, because it makes you stop focusing on what human beings are thinking of you. It makes you start focusing on what the Creator is thinking of you. It makes you start focusing more on your relationship to the Creator, because that's the ultimate relationship that you can have in this life. It's not about our relationship to anyone else. It's about how we're relating to our Creator. So the more that I really have worked on my prayers and wearing the hijab and fasting and giving charity and, being in submission, alhamdulillah, it's made my life easier and better and more fulfilling. I was telling somebody this the other day. I was like, there was a client that came into my office and my adhan went off. My adhan goes off on my phone when it's time to pray. And she was like, oh, is it your prayer time? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, I'm going to leave soon so I could go pray, right? And I told her, I was like, what's funny is there used to be, like, I had everything I thought I wanted in life that would make you happy. I had like a good business. I had a good marriage. I had, all the things, like nice home, nice car, all the things, right, that they tell you will bring you fulfillment. But there was like a hole inside of me that I couldn't really fill. And I didn't understand why it was there. And it was because I wasn't worshiping God. Like I had no spiritual life. And as I began to really come back to my faith and start to pray again and fast and wear hijab and all these things I do now, listen to Quran, it filled that hole in me. It filled whatever that hole was, that missing piece that I couldn't really put my finger on. I felt whole. I felt like it was filled. And now it's like I go through my days so easy. It's so beautiful. Like how I even see life now is different. How I see the sun is different. How I see flowers is different. How I see the green on the trees is different. So we all need a spiritual life. Everybody thinks materialism is like the way to find happiness, and I'm here to tell you it's not. You have to have a spiritual life. You are spirit. You are a soul. Like you have a spiritual being inside of the physical material body that you are. And filling it up with materialism and more stuff and buying more, it's not gonna fill it. I tried for years and years and years. And the fulfillment that I feel now is like, I can't even describe it to you. So that's my little hijab journey story. If you're struggling with it, if you want to do it, if you're going back and forth with it, that is a part of the journey. It's okay. It's okay to take it off, put it on. Some days you don't want to. I went through all of that. And now I'm wearing it full time every day. And my connection to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is getting stronger. And my faith is getting stronger. And my confidence is, I move through the world like I'm a queen. I move through the world understanding I'm supposed to look different. I'm a believer. This is a representation that I'm a believing woman. I'm a God-fearing woman. I'm a God-conscious woman. And when you come into my path, when you come into my presence, treat me as such. Yes, queen. This is your crown, lady. The hijab is your crown. And I thought about that when I was getting my crown in my tooth. I was like, oh, I'm getting crowned. It's official. It's official. I don't know if you guys know Louise Hay. I mentioned this in my last live. Louise Hay is like this healer. And she says like all diseases connected to some emotions in your body, like all disease. And when I looked up root canal, it was like you are literally changing the roots of your belief system. And I am. I'm creating like a whole brand new belief system. And it is encompassing everything. How I dress. How I pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala 5 times a day. How I communicate with people. How I treat strangers. How I treat my family. It is encompassing every part of my life. And it's so, this journey, if you guys are on the journey, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful journey. So anyway, teach my sisters and daughters to stop wearing hijab with leggings. Well, hijab is a personal act of worship between you and the creator of the universe. We are not here to judge other Muslims. We're not here to tell them what level on the journey they should be on. We're not here for that, because guess what happens on the day of judgment? I only have to answer for what I do. You have to answer for what you do. So I made this chat to encourage Muslim women who are struggling with it, but I don't judge because I've been through the journey. It's a personal journey between you and your creator. And no one, and this is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, there is no compulsion in this religion. And the reason why is because your acts of worship are personal. They're between you and your creator. You praying 5 times a day is a personal thing. That's not about anybody else, right? So I would never make anyone feel bad because they're not practicing Islam in the way that I think they should. That's a personal relationship. And that they're going to have their own book that they have to open and stand before their creator one day. And on that day, you're going to be focused on yourself. You won't care about anybody else. Okay. Exactly. They have their own personal journey. Everybody does. I promise you, we all do. So if you guys have questions, as you guys know, I answer questions about love and marriage before you guys get married, courtship, self-worth. And I honestly think the hijab, I'm kind of beginning to understand that it's to help you improve your self-worth. Because what you're saying to society is, I reject your standards of beauty. I reject your standards of what's considered acceptable, what's considered beautiful on a woman. I reject all your standards. God set a standard for me. And the most important part of me is not my physical. It's not my hair, it's not my skin, it's not my clothing, it's my righteousness. That's what I'll be judged on. It's my righteousness. So even covering my body has helped me to take the focus off of what's not really important in this life. Because if you sit and watch TV or watch marketing ads or cosmetic ads or all these ads they have up, they're trying to program you as a woman to believe the most important part of you is beauty. Like the most important thing about you is your beauty, and it's not. And then you walk around all day feeling like you're not good enough because, quote unquote, you don't look like the models, or you don't have the clothing like the models, or you don't have the life like the models, and then you feel not good enough. So this is programming. It's intentional programming. Right? The cosmetic industry is like $1 billion, fashion industry is like $1 billion industries. So they're trying to program you to believe that the most valuable part of you is physical, and it's not. It's all spiritual. I promise you. It's so powerful. Girl, it's like, what's the word for it? I can't even get the words together. Y'all know I'm really good with words. It has deprogrammed me. Wearing it has deprogrammed me from accepting society's standards for what it even means to be a woman. It is so elegant. I feel literally, y'all, when I was in Dubai and I saw all these beautiful abayas, and I wasn't even an abaya girly before. I was like not even an abaya girly. And now I'm kind of getting into like, I'm kind of becoming an abaya girly. And I saw all these beautiful abayas and these women with these beautiful abayas. I was like, ugh. I think I may be turning into an abaya girly. I think I may be going there, y'all. How are you? Oh, my cousin is on. Hey, Sunji. How are you? Love you. My cousin is on. I love when my family gets on. I love you guys dearly. I love you all dearly. So if you guys have questions about marriage, courtship, love, self-worth, you know, these are the things I love talking about. So let me know. Any questions, guys? Let's see. Yeah, you know, when you put it on, when you start covering yourself and you don't want random men leering at you, lusting at you, flirting with you, making sexual references, inappropriate references, and all you get is respect from men, like the highest level of respect, like the highest level of respect. You understand that you're a queen. You understand how you're supposed to be treated and taken amazing care of. Like you really get it, and how special you are. You really, and I think Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants women to know. He wants us to know how special we are. He really wants us to know that. I hope you know. I hope you know how special you are. You reverted. Love you too, cousin. You reverted in 2024 and you're married and your husband is not Muslim. You know, we cannot make Muslims, y'all. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says he chooses us. Even in that thought, you're special. You've been chosen, specially chosen by the creator of the universe. You've been especially chosen. That's how amazing you are. So you cannot make anyone become Muslim. You can only be, what I'm understanding is I can only be an example. Even with my children, like I can be an example. Like I tell my kids it's time to pray. Let's pray. But I don't force them. I try to be an example to them. And with your husband, you have to be the example. He's going to convert if he wants to. That's between him and his creator. We all have a free will. We have the right or not. But we got to focus on our own deen. We have to answer for what we do in this life. We have to stand before our creator alone, naked. Have y'all read about the Day of Judgment? Have y'all read about it? Ooh, it's going to be an interesting day. And you're not going to care what anybody else is doing, thinking, feeling. You're going to be caring about yourself. So I can only focus on me. I can't focus on what any other Muslims are doing. And I promise you, the more you focus on your relationship to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He'll be in your life He'll be showing up for you like he's real. He is real. Yeah, you know, it's true. Sometimes you don't feel beautiful. I get it. Like, I mean, the hijab, there's days where you're like, I'm not really feeling cute in it. But that's like the purpose of it. And that's what we have to remember. Like, the purpose of it is not for us to feel beautiful in it. That could be an afterthought, right? But the purpose is for us to obey. It's an act of worship. Anytime we obey God, it's an act of worship. So it's an act of worship, right? So if I'm worshiping my creator, don't you think he's pleased with me? I don't have to focus on, well, I don't look good in it today. That some days you won't. That's life, right? But man, imagine how my creator is pleased with me. That should make you feel good, right? That should make you feel good on those days when you're like, well, I'm not really feeling my best in it, right? And also find styles. And I play a lot with hijab styles. So like, I look at other, like I watch hijab tutorials and I go on, online and look at styles and try to find styles. And if you notice, I wear it in different styles. I like this style. It's a very easy style. But like, you just got to find your style. You got to find the style that feels good for you. And it takes time. Like I've been wearing it consistently for a year and a half. June will be a year and a half because it was January last year, January 2024. And I played with it so much. I go back and forth with different styles and different colors. And so you got to just find your style that suits you. Yeah. And it's okay. The other thing you have to do too a lot is I pray about everything. I don't care what it is. So I make dua a lot. So whenever I'm struggling with something, I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help me. Help me through this challenge. Help me through this struggle. Help me through it. And this is why I love him so much. He always shows up. He always helps me through whatever the issue is. So if you're struggling with something in your faith, it's a sign for you. He wants you to come to him. He tells us to come to him for everything. So, it's not just, yes, the salat is important. The 5 prayers a day are important, but it's the personal connection to him. It's in dua. It's like, am I praying to him? Am I talking to him? Am I starting my day with him? Right? And then he'll be with you all day. I promise you. He's amazing. Okay. Juma Mubarak, guys. It's Friday. Are you guys going to Juma today? I wish. I can't wait. My kids are in school, so every Friday I get my kids. Every day I get my kids from school, so I don't do Juma on Fridays. But unless it's like summer break or they're on vacation or something. But inshallah, I will be hopefully soon. I know, right? So if you guys have any questions, can I see your message? Let me see. Queen 85, I didn't see your message. Put your message in there again. If you guys have questions about hijab or, because this is about my hijab journey, marriage, love, courtship, all that kind of stuff, let me know. But whatever you do for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be rewarded. I promise you. You'll be rewarded in this life and the next life. And I see it. I see it every day. The more I'm in obedience and submission to the creator of the universe, my life is rewarded. I see the rewards in this life too. And I pray I see them in the next life. So whatever you're doing for him, he sees it and he'll reward it. Okay? And the hijab is protection for us. It's protection. You don't know. There's a lot of very strange men who have very ill intentions for women out in the world. They have really ill intentions. And I don't know, when a man comes into my presence, I don't know what his intention is. And if he's not providing for me or protecting for me, why would he have a right to view me in a sexual way? Why would he have a right to do that? And I don't know what his intentions are. So I like to be fully covered around men who I don't know what their intentions are, right? And I have a business where I face the public, so there are men who come into my office, and when they come into my office, they come in humility. They come with a certain level of respect that I love, that I appreciate. So I've seen it as something very good. I haven't seen it hinder me in any way, and I think if you think it's going to hinder you, it will. Because I had that thought first too when I put it on. It was like, will people still respect me? Will they think I'm a professional? Will they, value my advice that I give them? And that was Shaitan whispering, like he does, to take you off the Sirat al-Mustaqim, the straight path that leads you right to the Creator. That's what he does. It's his job on the planet. And so the more I would seek refuge when I had those thoughts, I seek refuge for everything. Any negativity, any negative thoughts, I'm seeking refuge. So when I started to seek refuge and ask Allah to help me and aid me and guide me and change me, that's what happened. To the point where I can't imagine, and only Allah knows, but I can't imagine myself like taking it off. I can't. It's like it's a part of me now, I guess. Alhamdulillah. I don't see your message, Queen. Put your message in again, and maybe I will see it. I don't see it right now. Let's see. Okay, I see it now. What was your question? So put your question in again. If you guys have questions, can I see your message? If you have questions, guys, put your questions in the chat and I will answer your questions. I'll be on for a little bit. I'm going to get to work in a bit. So if you guys don't have questions, I can get off. If you guys have questions, let me know. This was about my hijab journey, and I always talk about self-love, self-worth. Okay, I see it, Queen, so put it in again. I see your comments, so whatever your question is, put it in the comments again. Yeah, I do get more respect. I get way more respect. I was telling y'all this when I went to Dubai. So I was the only woman on the plane going to Dubai that had hijab on. And when I got off the plane in Dubai, you know those little taxis in the trams in the airports where they take you to baggage claim? What do you call them? I don't know. It's not a taxi. It's open. It's like a little vehicle. So when I got off the plane, the brother could tell I was a Muslim woman because I was in hijab. And he was like, come, I'm going to take you guys to baggage claim. So everybody's walking to baggage claim and he's driving me to baggage claim. And I'm just like, yes, yes, yes. I love being a queen. I love it, love it, love it. So I love presenting myself. I love presenting myself as a queen. Yes, yes, I do expect special treatment. Yes, I love it. I love receiving special treatment from men. I love it. I think I told you guys this in one of my chats. Yes, I love receiving special treatment from men and women, especially them. I love it. So you seeing me in my crown, my hijab, lets you know that I should receive special treatment. Not just from my husband, because like I said, when I first met him, I was wearing hijab. And he was giving me all the special treatment, and still, alhamdulillah, gives me special treatment. And he loves seeing me in hijab. He loves it. And I love that men in the public, give me special treatment. So I own my own business, 1, 2, 3. So I'm at my business right now. I own a business. So that's what I do. And even people come into my business, they see me in hijab. And at first I was like, this is actually my first day wearing an abaya. This is my favorite abaya, y'all. I love this abaya. This is my second time actually wearing an abaya in my office. And when I put it on this morning, I was like, yeah, I'm going to wear an abaya to the office because I have a business. So I get to dress however I want to dress. And even if you have a job, you get to dress how you want to dress. As long as you're, clean, neat, professional. Yes, this abaya, y'all, is like giving. It's giving. It's making me feel so amazing. It really is. Yes, Candy. I'm proud of you. You started wearing hijab during Ramadan. Yeah, Ramadan is a very good time to start wearing hijab and to be obeying your creator every day. And I always think now that I'm covered, I really feel like I'm protected, by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I really feel that protection, y'all. I feel it. I'm telling y'all how men treat me is, so different now. It's so different. There's no flirting. There's no weird sexual innuendos. There's no even staring at my body parts. It's, what do you need? It's, how are you? Oh, here's a door open for you. How can I be of service? That's what it is. How can I be of service to the queen? How can I be of service? How can I be of service to the queen? Let me tell you all the ways you could be of service to the queen. Anyway. Oh, thank you so much, sister. I you know what's funny? I really believe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants me to be an inspiration. I really believe that, and I pray about it every day. I always ask him to use me as a tool to help Muslim women all over the world to know their worth and their value and to get really connected to you, super connected. That's the prayer that I make every day. So when you guys tell me I'm an inspiration, that makes my heart do backflips. So I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, let's see. Oh, you may want to DM me, Queen. I don't know why your question's not going through. Queen85, I love your name. DM me, and I can answer it when I get off. Any other questions about hijab or love or self-worth or marriage or courtship? The other thing the hijab does, especially when you're in the courtship phase or you're getting to know brothers, is it takes your sexuality off the table. Takes it right off the table. So a Muslim man that encounters you, what he knows is Yes, my dad was my wali. So, and I'll talk about that in a second. What he knows is if I want to have any intimacy with this woman in any respect, I have to marry her. I have to provide for her. I have to protect her. I have to be kind to her. I have to take care of her. There is no intimacy with this woman in any respect. Yes, so my father was my wali, and my husband and I met first, and then I introduced him to my father, and then he went through my father's series of, interrogations. My dad interrogated him, and it was so cute. Every time I think about it, I love it. Make sure your wali interrogates your future husband, and make sure you're there. It's so fun. It's so fun. And even the memories of it will make you chuckle every time you think about it. So, yes. So your hijab is telling that brother that if you want to be with me in an intimate way, you will have to provide for me. You will have to pay a dowry to me. You will have to pay these bills. You will have to take amazing care of me. You have to take care of our children. You have to make sure I have food, clothing, and shelter. This is a symbol. This is a symbol of how you expect to be treated. And you have to feel that way inside. You can't just wear the symbol. You can't just wear the symbol and not understand your own self-worth and value, like some Muslim women do. This symbol has to be represented inside yourself too. That yes, I know my worth, and yes, I know my value, and yes, I deserve to have an amazing husband that takes amazing care of me, because I'm a creation of the Most High God. And he thinks I'm special, and he chose me. I tell y'all, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says he chooses us. He chooses us to be in his faith. So I'm chosen. So of course you have to honor me in the way that God has honored me. You have to honor me in the same way, right? I don't judge any Muslim woman who does not wear hijab. That is not, I tell y'all, I'm not a judger. That's not my place, because I've had my own journey where I wasn't wearing it. So how could I judge somebody who doesn't wear it? I can't do that. But I will say this, that I encourage, because I get this question a lot in my DMs and I get it in comments from women who want to wear it, but they don't have the courage to wear it. And so this is for those women. It's not for women who don't want to do it. It's for Muslim women who are like, I want to do it, but I'm going back and forth, or I'm challenged by it, or this is what this chat is for. It's to encourage you if you're already on this journey with it, okay? My dowry wasn't huge. I'll be honest with you guys. I married for love. I married for love. My dowry was so simple, y'all. All I wanted was a ring and a Quran. And I don't tell Muslim women to ask. I tell them to ask for whatever you want to ask for. That is your right. If you want to ask for 100,000, 10,000, gold, some people ask for gold, land, homes, you get to ask for whatever you want to ask for. I didn't ask for that at the time. My husband wasn't there financially. That's another thing. I knew he couldn't provide this huge dowry. But alhamdulillah, he's given me an amazing life. He's given me an amazing life. He's paid for my umrah. He's got us a beautiful home, my beautiful car, all the things I want in life, I have them. So I knew the type of man he was, that he would provide for me and he would give me the things that I wanted. So I married him because he was a good Muslim man, and I saw he had really good character, which he still does. And I tell you guys, the most important quality in a Muslim man you should be looking for is their relationship to the creator of the universe. Do they really love God? Do they really fear God? If that is the case, they're going to treat you with the highest level of honor and respect, because they know they have to answer to the creator one day. It's not even about you. So if you are just marrying for money and you're not thinking about his character and his deen, then good luck with that. Because just because a man has money doesn't mean he fears God. Doesn't mean he loves God. Doesn't mean that he's going to treat you amazingly well. Doesn't even mean he's generous. There are a lot of really wealthy men who are very stingy, who don't take care of their children. So I understood the important qualities to look for in a man when I was getting married. Okay. How long does courtship go? It's personal. That's a personal thing. I got married very quickly. Some women wait a year. Some get married a couple of months. I think it's a personal thing. I think you have to ask yourself, is this enough time where I've seen this man's character, his deen? Can he provide and protect me? Have I seen the things that are important to me? Have I seen those things in this courtship period? Have I made istikhara? Have I asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, is this the right choice for me? That's what's important. I don't think the time is important. I hope you guys are making istikhara before you marry men, right? If you guys know istikhara, the prayer. What about men who pray but are abusive? I personally think just because you make salat doesn't mean you actually fear God. Salat is a ritual. It's like me bowing on the floor, getting up. If it's not in my heart, it has no meaning. And how I can tell how a man really feels about God is how he treats people. One of the things you want to be looking for in the courtship period is, how does he treat people that can do nothing for him? How does he treat his mother? How does he treat his family? How does he treat the waitress? How does he treat people? The other thing that I find is that you need to make sure that your self-love and your self-worth is on 10. If not, you will attract a man to you who could be abusive, because inside of yourself, you don't know your true value and worth. I've never, ever had a man abuse me, ever, ever. So for me, I can't always speak to that because I don't know what is happening inside of a woman that would put her in a situation where she couldn't see red flags in a man early on, or maybe her self-worth and self-love wasn't really high when she met the man, or maybe she was just desperate to get married. But I don't know, because sorry, I've never been in an abusive relationship, so I don't really like to speak on them very much because I can't resonate with that struggle. I don't know what that feels like. And I pray for the women who are experiencing that. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is your ultimate. So if you're experiencing that, you need to pray for him to find a way for you to get out and do everything you can to get out of that situation. And then make sure you get some therapy or counseling after you leave the situation, because there's things happening inside of you that open you up to receive that type of energy. So you want to delve into getting some counseling around it or some therapy around it, okay? And that's all I can really say about that. You want to get married. But you have severe eczema. I don't think having eczema should stop you from getting married. I think there's treatment for eczema. I have never had eczema, but I think there's treatment for eczema. And I think we as women need to really start seeing ourselves as not just physical beings. We need to see ourselves as spiritual beings, emotional beings. So just our physicality is not the most important part of us. But the societies we grew up in teach us that the most important part of you is how you look, and, you know, your beauty and your skin and your color, your skin, your hair, and you're much more valuable than that, because you're a creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's why you're valuable. And the more you understand that and you can really like latch onto that, it will improve your self-esteem and self-worth. You're more than just skin. You're more than beauty. You're more than all the other things they try to tell you are. Okay? But eczema, I think there is treatment for eczema. So I would probably go see a dermatologist maybe. You definitely want to feel good. You definitely want to feel good about yourself before you get married. Please. Do not get married if you do not feel amazing about yourself, if you do not love yourself. If you do not love yourself and you go get married, what you're going to attract in a man is a man who doesn't love himself. And a man who doesn't love himself can't love you. He doesn't know how to. He will not love you. He will mistreat you, right? So this is what I tell women is the first thing you need to do as a woman is make sure your self-worth and your self-love is on fleek, is at 10, is at 100. That's the first thing you need to do before you even consider marriage, okay? Okay. Because when you love yourself, you will number one, why can't I get this word out? You will know how you expect to be treated, and you will know what it feels like to be loved, and you won't accept less from, not just from man, but from anybody. You won't accept it, okay? Yes, you can have your uncle can be a wali. your family members, like your cousins can be walis, even like sometimes imams are sisters walis. So you can, any brother, you can, not any brother, but it can be like family members, I think, and an imam can be your wali. Yes, it's important to get a wali involved in the early part of this courtship process, because you want the man that you're courting to know that there are other men in your life who respect you and value and will not allow you to be mistreated. They won't allow it. My brothers said to my husband before he married me, like, you better treat our sister well, right? We're going to hold you accountable to how you treat our sister. My dad said the same thing to him. So men need to see other men. They need to know that other men are in your life who value you and will not allow you to be mistreated. All right? They need to be held accountable. I always say men hold other men accountable. So this is why it's important as a Muslim woman to have a wali involved in this courtship phase. Okay? Okay, let's see. Somebody has a guest request. No, I don't think I'm getting ready to get off, y'all. I don't think I'm gonna do guests. And my father I think my father kind of schooled me from day one around like how I should be treated by a man. I always felt like, because my father was in my life, I always felt like I already knew, like, duh, like a man is supposed to treat you loving and special and make you feel adored and provide for you and protect you. That's what I had in my father. So for me, that just felt like normal life. Like, I just always, alhamdulillah, for my father. I always felt like I knew the level of treatment that I deserved from a man because I had it in my father. So I wasn't out there searching. I wasn't searching. I was living my life. I went to school. I bought my first home. I was, doing things for myself, not thinking about, I need to be loved, or I need to feel special, or I need a man to do these things for me. I just was doing them for myself. And then when I met a really good brother, that I felt like would be a good husband and a good Muslim, then I was like, okay, now I'm ready. So don't marry for desperation, I always say. Marry the right person, okay? You have no wali or support from your family to remarry. If I were you, I would talk to the imam in your local, I hope you guys are attending like a local masjid. Talk to the imam and tell him you're looking to get married and you don't really have a wali and you would like for him to represent you. And you'd be surprised how many imams, y'all, the imams know. They know the single men in the Muslim community, and so they can maybe even help you. And some masjids have like, matchmaking services, or they have marriage conferences, marriage seminars. Some masjids do that. So maybe even check with the masjid to see if they have like a service to help the singles in the community meet each other, okay? Let's see. Yes, you got to go through your wali. Correct. Because you want protection and you want a man to represent your interests and to make sure that your rights will be protected. You definitely want that. Because, when you meet a random man, you don't know his intentions. I keep telling y'all, men can say all types of stuff. It doesn't mean that they are serious, right? We have to look at their actions and their behavior. And also, too, like if he's in the community members can speak to his behavior. They can tell you the type of man he is, right? Get to know his family. Like, you should be getting to know his family. See him around his family, right? Ask questions to his family. Ask questions to the other sisters in the community that know him. What have they seen in his behavior, right? This is why it's good to marry men, too, that are, like, involved in their communities. Because the people in the community can tell you what they know about the brother because they've seen him, right? He's volunteering. He's working with maybe the kids in the community. He's in the masjid, a lot. He makes his prayers there. Like, I wouldn't just, like, marry someone that I couldn't really get to see, like, their character, their deen, their behavior. Okay? Let's see. Any other questions? Mrs. CC, I don't see your question. Now I see you asking if there's a question, so put your question in the chat. Let's see. Any questions, guys? I'm getting ready to get off in a minute, so if you guys have more questions, let me know. Before I get off, let me know. Marriage, courtship questions, hijab. This was about my hijab journey. So hijab journey questions. But most importantly, I think as women, I think we need to focus on knowing ourselves and knowing our value. I think that's like the number one thing. You have to know your value and your worth, and you have to love yourself and honor yourself. You can't expect anyone to honor you if you don't honor yourself. You can't expect a man to respect you if you don't respect yourself. So that's number one. That's number one. And what you'll find is when you are at a level in your self-worth journey, your self-love journey, you will naturally attract a man into your life that values you because you value you. It's internal. Everything's inside out. Okay? I think I'm getting ready to get off because you guys are kind of quiet right now. Thank you, Miss Sophia. I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys. I always ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help me when I'm doing these to make sure that I'm giving you guys good advice. I do a little prayer before I come on to make sure I'm giving you guys good advice around love, courtship, marriage, all those good things. Okay. Well, y'all kind of quiet today because it's Friday. You guys getting ready for Juma? Let's see. Of course, sisters, I will be in touch, y'all. You know, the next time I'm inspired. Oh, you want to do a dua? Oh, that's so cute. I love that. TT, I'm going to let you lead the dua. TT, you put your dua in the chat, and then we'll do the dua with you. We'll do the dua with you. Yes, getting ready for Juma, guys. So we need to get off. People get ready for Juma. Y'all getting ready to make ghusl, get ready for Juma. Okay, so you want me to lead the dua? Okay. Ooh, y'all put me on the spot. Oh Allah, let's do a dua. Oh Allah, please bless us today on this beautiful Juma day. Bless us to be able to really feel your presence in our day. Keep Shaitan far away from us so we can truly connect to you every day on a deeper and deeper level. Help us to worship you and obey you to the best of our ability. Forgive us for where we fall short. Forgive us for all of our sins. Help us to continue to get closer and closer to you and make us true believers. Make us righteous. Ameen. How was that? Ameen? Ameen. Okay, I send you guys love as always and peace and blessings. And inshallah, I'll talk to you guys the next time I'm inspired. Have a good Juma. My salams.